Mark,
Yes?
I've been to the highest of mountains and the deepest of caves. I've connected with people from all over the world, and all of it has taught me one thing more than anything else.
Oh?
It showed me that none of it matters without you. I love you, Mark.
Unfortunately, but also thankfully, life isn't a tacky romance movie. And that's why I'd like to share 5 unusual signs that your current or next partner could just be a keeper. In my opinion, relationships are one of the most interesting aspects of the human experience. When they're going well, they have the ability to take us to the highest of highs, consuming the vast majority of our thought processing as we consistently long to spend more time with this other person. And when they aren't, they can take us to the lowest of lows, filling us with a cocktail of negative emotions that we previously never thought possible.
That's what she said!
If you're currently in a relationship, chances are that you clicked on this video because you're in the midst of having some doubts about your existing relationship. Either that, or you're a sappy romantic just looking for a little bit of verification of this incredible thing that you believe yourself to have found. And if you're single, chances are that you realize that them simply being physically attractive or having one common interest with you hasn't made them worth your time, and you probably don't feel like wasting anymore.
Ain't nobody got time for that!
So here are my 5 unusual signs to look out for when trying to identify whether or not you're in a relationship worth keeping, in hopes of doing my part to finally get that damn divorce rate below 50%.
Good luck with that.
Number 1, the past is kept in the past. We all have shady dating histories. Even if you've never been in a serious relationship to date, chances are that your self-consciousness has at the very least led you to falling for someone that you knew would actually be unhealthy for you to ever spend any time with. One of the best unusual signs that you may have found yourself a keeper is if they've learned from their past dating experiences, but they keep them where they belong. In the past. 2 people learning to properly coexist is tricky enough. The last thing that either of you need is to have a ghost of a girlfriend or boyfriend past lingering as baggage on either of your backs.
Hell yes.
Number 2, you celebrate rather than compare accomplishments. Whether or not you consider yourself an accomplished individual, we all achieve and fail to achieve a number of things over the course of our lives. While some level of comparison may seem quite natural, it typically isn't healthy to have it ongoing with the person that you're hoping to spend the rest of your life with. Therefore, an unusual positive sign to look out for is someone who genuinely roots for you and that you also feel yourself naturally inclined to want the best for.
Sounds so cool.
Number 3, they accept your attraction to others. While physical attraction is certainly important to some degree, it is without a doubt blown out of proportion by pop culture. But rather than preaching on how true beauty lies within, I'd instead like to focus on the fact that no matter how attractive you and your partner find each other, you will also always find other people attractive in this world. And one unusual sign that you may have found yourself a keeper is if they aren't threatened by that.
What?
Of course, that all gets thrown out the window if either of you decide to act upon that attraction, but assuming that it stays strictly visual, a true keeper will always know that what you guys have and share overpowers even the hottest of the hot.
I love you, man.
Number 4, they respect your personal space. We all know those couples that are seemingly attached at the hip, and while that may work for some, I personally am a firm believer that the vast majority of us benefit greatly from always having our own personal space. And one unusual sign to look out for when trying to identify whether or not you're with a keeper is someone that not only is willing to take theirs, but is also very comfortable giving your personal space to you. It's in our personal space that we not only give ourselves the opportunity to engage with the interests and passions of ours that we don't mutually share with our partner, but that we also give ourselves the opportunity to better appreciate the time that we spend with them by having some time apart.
Oh, you're right.
Number 5, you talk to each other about the bigger things in life. While your mother or big sister may always know what to say when the going gets tough, one unusual sign that you may have found yourself a keeper is if you both genuinely feel comfortable opening up to each other about the bigger things in life. Whether it's an issue at work, a mental health challenge, or something pertaining to the relationship, it's important that we're able to turn to the person that we spend the most time with. Even if they don't always know what to say or their advice typically tends to suck by comparison to what your bestie has to offer, the ability to be open is fundamental to a happy relationship.
Oh, I'm so happy I can't even feel my arms.
For more brutally honest personal development content designed for those who actually want to change, be sure to check out my most popular video of all time up here. And of course, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below because it makes a bigger difference than you likely think. And to receive my free ebook on 5 simple daily hacks for a genuinely happier life, be sure to sign up via the link in the description. Doing so will also make you one of the first to find out about my actual book, which is coming out later this year.